Good morning, people. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the show. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it. So, this morning, I really just want to talk about the Super Eagles, Nigeria. Wait in the shack. What have you done? We got knocked out of the last chance for us to qualify for the World Cup by Congo. You know what? Fair play, Congo. I wasn't familiar with your game and I thought we would be able to do better than we did. We started really brightly, yeah? Scored an early goal, and I thought, yes, come on, Nigeria, finally, you're making a statement. You're showing that you're one of the biggest teams on the continent. You're the biggest country on the continent, the most populous country on the continent, and the most disorganized country on the continent when it comes to being able to put together a run into the World Cup. I mean, it was turgid football. I watch the Premier League a lot, okay, because I'm an Arsenal fan. So obviously there's going to be a bit of a drop off when you're watching, some of the African football because of the nature of the thing. But wow, I mean, that was not a final full of quality. The teams were struggling to really get any decent moves going, and it was just a lot of faffing about, to be honest, particularly by Nigeria. I mean, we started well, like I said, we got an early goal, and then after that, we just fell apart. There was no cohesiveness. There's no real working as a team. There's no quality really, apart from Osimhen, and he had to come off at half time. And as soon as he came off, then I pretty much thought that the game was going to be over, and that's how it ended up. We couldn't really put anything together in the second half. Congo were really dominating, and they should have really put the game to bed before it went to extra time. And then we got another lot of turgid football. Both teams were clearly playing for penalties, and in the end, that's where it went. I mean, Nigeria needs to take a long look at itself, because we should never have been in that position in the first place, where you're having to go through this qualifying. And Congo are not even qualified. They still have to go through some more qualification, another tournament. So it's not even as if we would have been through had we won that, which just goes to show how ridiculous it is that we put ourselves in that position in the first place. I mean, we're going to have a World Cup without Nigeria, and we're just going to have to eat that. If Congo managed to get through, I will support them. I will support pretty much any African team in the tournament, because I want to see them go far, even if Nigeria couldn't. I mean, it was just not a good advert for African football in terms of the quality, and obviously the result is not what we wanted as a nation in Nigeria. I mean, we need to be performing better. We cannot, like I said before, we cannot, as the biggest, most populous nation, still be struggling to qualify. And then you have all this stuff behind the scenes of the players going on strike, and it's the same thing every time there's a tournament or every time there's some kind of qualification process. The Nigerian FA doesn't want to pay bonuses. There's problems for players getting paid, and that kind of amateur system does not breed a winning mentality within the squad. When your own FA is half-assing everything and treating it like it's some under 15s tournament, then I don't know what kind of professionalism you expect from the players. I mean, obviously they're professional footballers, and you want and you expect them to be able to come in and do a job, but that was just poor from Nigeria. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was expecting us to win the game. I thought we had a great chance. I mean, Cameroon had got knocked out before by Congo, by the way, so that should have been a warning for us on how good they were. And we just, fell on our faces. Ridiculous. Scored one goal in the whole game. Congo should have scored more than their one. And then it comes to penalties. I mean, the first couple of penalties from both sides were ridiculously poor, and then people started to bang them in, and then in the end, just didn't have the mentality to see it through to the end, and Congo did. They obviously wanted it more than Nigeria, and that's just a fact. It's the first time in their history under the name of DR Congo that they're going to go to the World Cup. It's a long time since they've, even as a people been there. So, fair play to them. And I hope they do qualify for the World Cup proper, and I hope that they, get to enjoy what we can't. Nigeria, what a tragedy. Shame on you, Nigeria. You should be qualifying. You're a big nation, big African nation, and you go and perform like amateurs. I don't know what to say. We have big players that play in big leagues for big teams, and they don't step up when it's time. I'm so annoyed and so frustrated with the Super Eagles team. I mean, now, obviously, we're not in the World Cup. I mean, the World Cup in the United States of America is something I was struggling with watching because of that country and all, that's going on there. So maybe I won't watch now, but I probably will. But, I mean, it's such a shame that Nigeria won't be there. And we need to fix up, and the FA needs to get its act together, and there needs to be more investment in the team, and you need to run things professionally and make people really proud when they go and join their national team, and the fact that they're treated like, that we're grateful to have them. Not that we should be so grateful, but I mean, like, we're happy that they're there supporting the team, and they feel that support, and they feel that they've got all the facilities that they need, all the support that they need to achieve their goals, and we really need to go back to the drawing board, I feel, as a nation with qualification and how we're setting up the team and who's in charge. And, Nigeria, there's a lot of things that need fixing. So that's all I have to say about it, really. Nigeria, pretty embarrassing not to go through. I'm going to be perfectly honest. There's a lot of teams that aren't making it, but Nigeria, you should be there. And I don't know what to say. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and let's see, get ready for the proper football to start again. Premier League's coming up, and, we'll get back onto that. So, hey, enjoy your Monday. Nigerians, I'm sorry, we're not there, but, what can I say? I'll see you next time. Take care, people. Peace. Bye.